What up, what up, what up? Appreciate you checking me out. Coming to see what I got to say today. I kind of want to finish touching on the Kirk Goldsberry list. I do that in a way, in a sense. So he had the tier 1.5, tier 1.5. On that list, he had the Lakers and he had the Miami Heat. All right. I want to talk about the Lakers because I just want to get it out the way. I just want to get it out the way, right? Let me say what I have to say about the Lakers, and then maybe we'll touch on the Miami Heat another time because it's a lot to be said about them too. They deserve a lot of credit. I think that they're not really being talked about the way that they should be. I think we spending a lot of time focusing on the Lakers, the Warriors. Not even the Warriors, because the Nets and the Lakers both have been disappointments in different ways, but nonetheless, they both been disappointments. The Lakers, the biggest disappointment. I can't even express how disappointed really I am in the Lakers. I think they ridiculous. Do they have a lot of things to build on? Absolutely. Maybe we should talk about the things that they have to build on first before we talk about the things that make them a horrible team. Let's talk about LeBron. Let's talk about him being one of the league leaders in points. Year 19, that's gonna be huge for his career. That's gonna be big for his career. Even if he don't finish number one, for him to even be able to compete at that type of level in year 19, that's big. I think that him having Anthony Davis being one of the top 25 players in the league, him having Russell Westbrook, who is to me, again, another top 25 player, a former MVP. They got guys who can get buckets. We don't even got to go down the list. They got guys who can get buckets. I think Carmelo being on the team, I always wanted to see Carmelo on a team with LeBron. In fact, I always believed that, at a point, I believed that Russell Westbrook probably need to go hoop with Bron. I felt like LeBron would bring out the most, the best. He would get the most out of Russell Westbrook. I don't think, though, that at this point in LeBron's career, that's what he's looking to do. I don't think that he's looking to. I think that the whole purpose of putting this team together, whether it was LeBron, Genie, or Rob Pelinka, the purpose of putting this team together was to have experienced veterans, guys who been in the league long enough, been in situations enough to know what's going on or understand how to conduct themselves in the moments. And they got these kind of guys. They have proven guys on the team. The whole team is full of proven guys for the most part. But I also think that backfired on them. I think that them bringing in as many vets as they did. All right. Let me ask this. Looking back at the Anthony Davis trade, was it a good trade? What was it really a good trade? We talking about you get one guy in return for three young, energetic players. Josh Hart may never be an all-star. Brandon Ingram was an all-star. Lonzo Ball, I believe that he will someday be an all-star. If not, his game only done improved since he been in the league. He only got better. Would you rather have Lonzo Ball or Avery Bradley? Would you rather have Brandon Ingram or Trevor Ariza? Let's just be honest for a minute. I think that Anthony Davis can be really great. I don't think that he is ready for this type of spotlight. I just don't think he's ready for this. This ain't his thing. He need to go somewhere where he can. He either need to go somewhere where there's a team structure, a coach who can demand the locker room and get the most out of his team, or he need to just go somewhere where he can just do whatever he want to do, because there's not a lot of pressure on you at that point. Nobody expected Russell Westbrook to win any championships when he was with the Thunder. Nobody expected him to. If he had not made the playoffs, nobody would have faulted Russell Westbrook. You understand what I'm saying? It's less pressure on you in smaller markets, basically. And I think that's what Anthony Davis is. He's a smaller market guy, period. Russell Westbrook is a dude who I believe can take any team right now that's not in playoff contention. He will at least take them to the 8th seed. That's what I think about Russell Westbrook. So when you bring Russell Westbrook and Anthony Davis over to play with LeBron James, you just expect so much more, especially than what they giving right now. To me, I don't want to hear the chemistry stuff. I don't want to hear the chemistry stuff. You need a chemistry to throw an alley-oop pass. You don't need chemistry to play defense, because that's what they missing. Defense. They need defense. So they gave up everything. All of their young players, KCP, who would go out there and guard. They gave up the guys, Kyle Kuzma, KCP, who was willing to go out there and guard your best guys every night. So you left with a bunch of old, bad knees who just can't stay in front of their men. The Lakers gonna have to do something. I don't know what they can do at this point. Trading Russ that's just not the answer. Firing Frank Vogel and bringing in who? Can you get Ty Lue back? Can you get him back with LeBron? Don't tell me this dude David Fizdale. Just don't tell me this dude David Fizdale. I don't want to hear it. Like him and LeBron might be good friends, but is he gonna manage that locker room or that team any better than Frank Vogel? Now, Frank Vogel is not a very good coach. I do want to make that clear. I think that he has underachieved his entire career. With the exception of that one season that he had with the Indiana Pacers. He might have won 50 games then. I think in his career he won 50 games twice. One with that Indiana Pacers team, and the other was with the Lakers, the bubble chip. Besides that, Frank Vogel is garbage. And I don't think that David Fizdale is going to be any better. I don't think that the Lakers will be able at any point in this season to play championship defense. You put the Lakers against the Suns, the Warriors, I don't got the Lakers winning. You put them up against the Utah Jazz, hey man, what they gonna do with Rudy? Is Anthony Davis gonna guard Rudy, or are you gonna send Stanley Johnson at him? That's not gonna be an easy task to overcome if you the Lakers at all. Who else? The Grizzlies. Come on, man. They can't see the Grizzlies. We know them dudes don't want no smoke with Steven Adams, the big Grizzly. They don't want no smoke with Steven Adams. We know AD, if he ain't hurt, come to playoffs. You know what I'm saying? He don't want no. He don't want no. He don't want no smoke with Steven Adams. He don't even want to play center. He don't look like he want to play power forward. It look like he want to be a shooting guard. So that's just my thing, man. These dudes, the Lakers, they suck this year. They're not going nowhere. I don't expect Russell Westbrook to be there next year. But then, what you gonna do? Trade him? Who you gonna trade him to? See, the problem with having a Russell Westbrook, a Ben Simmons, like some of these dudes, the problem is that teams are going to lowball you for these players. You're going to get lowballed for Russell Westbrook. Everybody going to act like they don't want Russell Westbrook on their team, yada, yada, yada. It ain't that they don't want him on his team. It's that they don't want that contract. They don't want to give up these pieces that you going to want in return for this former MVP. That's why you in the situation you in now. I'm not about to deplete my roster to end up in basically the same position that I'm in now, except this player is getting older and taking up most of my cap space because you already done signed him to a supermax deal or whatever it is that he getting from whoever. That's just the situation, man. That's just the situation with the Lakers. They're not a championship team. And my man wanted to go on. He wanted to go and bet me some money. This dude basically want to guarantee that the Lakers gonna be in the finals. Based off what? Based off what? We talking about a team who just gave up 35 points in the fourth quarter, 20 to one player, this team just got blew out by the Denver Nuggets, who missing two of their core players. Besides Jokic, who is over there? Who is over there to put up 126 points on you? On the Los Angeles Lakers, AD or no AD? But, I guess you got to keep hope alive. But a lot of y'all dudes just need to be a little more realistic too, man. I mean, let's just stop playing. Let's just stop playing. Let's just take a step back and maybe try to admire what LeBron got going on right now. I think it's hurting the team. I think him going out and scoring or chasing 30 points a game. Listen, man, when you look at the offense, it don't even look as good as these other top contenders. The ball is not moving around like the Chicago Bulls, like the Phoenix Suns, like the Memphis Grizzlies. It ain't even no ball movement. It's nothing pretty about what the Lakers do. They barely showtime. They are barely showtime. The game against the Indiana Pacers where they lost, they looked like a showtime team. They looked like on offense they was clicking. But they gave up later on down the stretch on defense. These dudes is old. They tired by the fourth quarter. They cannot. And you think that benching Russ is going to help you. Where did that help you at? Maybe it let you put in your best defenders. But your best defenders gave up, again, 20-plus points to one player in the fourth quarter when you lost. You had the lead going into the fourth quarter. So I just think it's time for Lakers and Lakers fans to get real, man. Let's just be serious. Let's take our pride, our ego up out of it for a second, man, and just go ahead and eat the crow. I expected the Lakers to win 60 games this season. I needed 60 out of them. Don't think they'll be getting 50. They'll be lucky to get 45. But will 45 get you into the playoffs in the Western Conference? Can you be a 500 team in the Western Conference and really expect to compete for a title? The answer is no. The answer is no. Again, you got a LeBron James, but that's not helping you on the defensive end. You have to play defensive style of champion. You got to play championship defense. And that's not what the Lakers is doing. So I don't know. We'll see what happened later on down the line in the season. Maybe they'll start clicking. Maybe they'll pull it together. But as of right now, the Lakers are absolute garbage, and they should not be in close games with people like the Indiana Pacers, the Sacramento Kings, the Atlanta Hawks, the Detroit Pistons. I mean, I think that speaks volumes right there alone, right? Anyway, man, I'll let y'all have it. Next time we'll talk about finish talking about this 1.5 list, and we'll talk about the Miami Heat, who deserve to be discussed. All right, peace.